What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. It's no secret that the past couple years have had some very disappointing AAA video game releases, alright? It seems like almost every game that gets a mountain of hype ends up being a disappointing shell of what was expected. And as much as it pains me to say this, it's looking like Cyberpunk 2077 is definitely one of those games that got way too much hype compared to what we got. I will say at least it's playable on PC though, because some console players still on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One haven't been even able to enjoy the game because of how broken it was on release. But that being said, it looks like Sony is finally going to be doing something about it, because they ended up removing it from the PlayStation Store and forcing CD Projekt Red to issue refunds for everyone who bought the game digitally on PlayStation. Real talk, I really like the idea of a company forcing a crappy game maker to take the punishment for the fact that they released a broken game, and I hope we see more of this in the future. That being said, I figured it was worth talking about it because it's the first time we've seen something similar, and without further ado, let's get into it.
Like an eagle stacking so much money you would think that it's illegal. I'm getting quiet now, laying low when you're rich, so I'm vibing now. Making out, stack the bread cause you love the sound, just on my mind, I get that.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now I myself am a giant fan of video games. I've been playing them since I was a little kid, and honestly, they're always gonna have a near and dear space in my heart. So when CD Projekt Red, the group behind The Witcher 3, came out and said they were releasing a new game, I think everybody and their mom was hyped. And for what it's worth, I think Cyberpunk does have potential in the future to get better. That being said, currently it is just a garbage heap if you're playing on console. You know it's gotta be bad if headlines like this are popping up. Sony removes Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store and will offer refunds to PlayStation players who already bought it. Like, dude, we're talking about a game that released so broken for one of the biggest consoles currently out, regardless of whether or not it's the old generation, that Sony itself won't even let them sell it. And you gotta remember too, it's not like Sony is just taking down a game in the middle of the year during a dry season where there's not much going on. Like, they are actively taking down Cyberpunk 2077 off the PlayStation Store a week before Christmas, dude. Like, the amount of people that were probably still spending money on this game, downloading it and asking for a refund had to be crazy. But you know Sony had to have been fed up if they were willing to remove the game during one of the biggest holiday shopping periods of the year. Like, damn, bro, this is basically Sony admitting that they don't want you even bothering spending your Christmas money on this game because it released so broken. And I gotta say, I do have respect for Sony for doing this, dude. It's kind of your job to protect the gamers on your console, low-key. I feel like all these game companies just don't understand that constantly releasing broken games that don't live up to the hype or, you know, fulfill any of the promises they make is just gonna make people low-key not want anything to do with their company. Like, yes, I understand that Madden is selling every year, bro, but I think gamers are genuinely just starting to get fed up with the fact that all these companies expect us to shell out $60, $80, $100 even in some cases for a new game, and they can't even fix it and, like, make it playable at least. The board of CD Projekt Red has commented on Sony's decision to yank Cyberpunk 2077 from the Play Store, noting that the decision was undertaken following the discussion with Sony Interactive regarding a full refund for all gamers who purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via the PlayStation Store and want a refund at this time. All copies of the game previously purchased digitally on the PlayStation Store remain available by use for their respective buyers, confirmed by CD Projekt in a statement. Gamers can still buy physical versions of the game in retail and mail order stores. So look, they came out and they were like, oh yeah, we definitely are on board with this as well. Sure you were, bro. That's why you released the game. I'm gonna be honest, if this was any other publisher, if this was EA, Activision, anyone that we're used to being massive scumbags, I don't think it would hurt as bad. But CD Projekt Red was always one of those game developers that I think the entire gaming community thought was not going to screw them over and release a broken game. Like, this is the group of people behind The Witcher 3, one of the best games of all time. They've always seemed like they have gamers at heart. They never seemed like they were going to be doing this releasing broken game stuff. It honestly feels like I've been betrayed by, like, somebody that I really had a long friendship with. with. I expect this from EA. I expect this from Activision. When the new COD gets launched with 8 maps, yeah, it's annoying, but I understand what I'm getting myself into. When CD Projekt Red is making a game, I feel like I expect it to release playable. And even then, I don't really buy EA games that often. I really don't. Try to avoid them as much as humanly possible, but this one hurts more because it was just so surprising, dude. And what I really don't understand about CD Projekt Red here is they delayed the game twice. It had been in development for quite a long time, and it just seems like they forced it out to hit shelves so that way they could get all the Christmas sales for the game. Like, oh yeah, sure, we've delayed it a bunch, but now we're still gonna release it right before Christmas so that way all you idiots spend all your stimulus checks on it. It just feels like we were betrayed by somebody we were supposed to trust, dude. And yes, I understand that some people in the comments are going to be like, they're a company, they don't owe you anything. Yeah, I get it. Sure, fine. You don't owe me anything. At the same time, I don't owe you shit either, bro. I don't need to be buying your game, dealing with it, letting you fix it. Like, isn't it weird that all these game companies are saying that we're trying our best and da-da-da-da-da? It's their job to make a game and they always have an excuse, bro. But then they expect the player base to stay loyal and stick by them as they fix the game. Like, nah, dog, you guys should just start releasing games that are fixed. It's not my job as the customer to be loyal to you guys while you fix something that you released broken. Maybe don't take my money unless the game's gonna work, bro. And I play on PC, so I'm not really having problems. I'm not gonna lie. I've got a beast of a PC. But goddamn, how do you release a game and take people's money if it's broken on an entire console? And it's not even like it's like the PlayStation 3, you know? We're talking about the PS4, a game that is totally capable of massive projects, Red Dead Redemption 2. It's not like this is some console that doesn't have the hardware to keep up with it, bro. It's just a broken port of the game. Sony Interactive has confirmed it will give players of Cyberpunk 2077 on PS4 refunds for purchasing the game, but the platform holder is taking things a step further and actually removing Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store until further notice. In a newly posted refund-related page, SIE confirmed its intentions to offer full refunds to all players who purchase Cyberpunk via the PlayStation Store, while also committing to delisting the game for the time being. The company's full statement reads, Sony Entertainment Interactive strives to ensure a high level of customer satisfaction. Therefore, we will begin to offer a refund for all gamers who have purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via the PlayStation Store. SIE will also be removing Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store until further notice. And honestly, dude, when these game companies start straight up removing stuff from the platform, you know it's got to be affecting their bottom line. Like, the fact that Sony had to make their own page saying, hey, listen, we're getting such an overwhelming amount of refunds for this game that, like, we're just straight up gonna take it off and approve all of them, goes to show you just how many they must have been getting prior to this. Like, the new Call of Duty comes out, bro, they're not getting so many return requests that they just accept all of them by default and make their own statement saying, look, we understand so many of you are disappointed, we're working on it here. I will say though, bro, thank God people are finally going through and getting refunds. The problem with these game companies is I feel like usually they screw over the people buying the game, they screw over the fans, and then year after year we just keep buying it anyways. I think Madden is my favorite example of this. That game is literally garbage. EA just makes the exact same football game year after year, and yet year after year it breaks sales records. And I don't know if CD Projekt Red just thought that Cyberpunk 2077 was gonna get a pass because of how excited people were for it, if like nobody was gonna care if the game was what was promised. But dude, the only way these companies are gonna start caring is if you start voting with your wallet. The reason these companies think that they can release a half-baked game and make you pay $80 for it is because a lot of people do it. Like, goddamn, yeah, if you buy a game and it sucks and you're disappointed, by all means, you should try to get your money back. Because if we just keep letting these companies make tens of not hundreds of millions of dollars off of us releasing broken games, they're never gonna stop releasing broken games, guys. Like, let's be realistic here. You own a business, okay? And there's customers that will pay money for literally anything regardless of quality. Do you make the best quality product in the world, or do you just release something half-baked and then fix it later with all the money that you made from selling it? I'm not saying it's the moral way to do business, but EA doesn't care about morality. They don't care about me and you. The only thing they care about is their bottom line. So not buying games from people like this that are gonna release a half finished game on one of the most popular consoles in the world is the only way that they're gonna get the message that we're not gonna deal with this crap anymore, and we shouldn't. Sony's announcement comes after messy messaging of Cyberpunk 2077's launch, which included a significant performance gap between the PC and PS4 versions of the game, the latter of which were not shown running on base hardware pre-release. Following Cyberpunk's launch, CDPR apologized for console versions. We would like to start by apologizing to you for not showing the game on the base last-gen consoles before it premiered, and, in consequence, not allowing you to make a more informed decision about your purchase. We should have paid more attention to making it play better on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, the statement read. Alongside it, CD Projekt Red said that players could request refunds for the console version if they were dissatisfied. However, there were no official word from Microsoft or PlayStation about honoring these at this time. Oh yeah, our bad. We definitely made the game, knew it was broken. Like, that's what bugs me the most about all of this, dude. It's not like CD Projekt Red had absolutely no idea how it was running on the old gen consoles. I refuse to believe that. They made the game. They knew how it was running. Oh, our bad for not showing it to you. No, you're only apologizing because you got caught. You were more than happy to let everybody with the PlayStation 4 spend all their money on this game. You released it broken, and now that people are pissed, you're apologizing. Oh, you're right. We should have made sure it runs. That's literally the bare minimum of your job. Like, you guys are so brain dead, you made a game that isn't a game. And then your apology is, oh, we should have made sure that it runs. No shit. That is literally your only job. Your only job is to make sure that the game runs. That's literally it. I don't know how you can be so brain dead to make a statement like this. I'm not heated because the game is disappointing, okay? Like, I don't care that Cyberpunk 2077 flops. Is it disappointing? Sure. Do I wish it was better? Sure. What pisses me off is this company having the balls to come out here and just lie and say that, oh, we had no idea. You guys made the game. I call so much bullshit that you didn't know that it wasn't working right on these consoles. While there had been reports of some players receiving refunds before their apology, following it seemed no special deal had been worked out between the platform holders and CD Projekt Red at the time. Widespread reports of players, including some of IGN staff, were unable to properly request refunds due to the platform's policies. And IGN at the time reached out to CD Projekt Red for comment, but Sony's offering of refunds and full removal of the game store is the first official word we've heard on the company's policy towards the launch. Prior to the launch, we had only played the PC version of Cyberpunk 2077, which we praised, but following, we launched a separate review of the console version saying, if your only option is playing Cyberpunk 2077 on base console platforms, I highly suggest that you do not play it at all until the many terrible performance issues are fixed, and if you've already bought it and had an experience similar to what I've described, you should absolutely get a refund if possible. Seriously though, good on Sony for removing them from the Play Store. They do not deserve our money, bro. This is a hot take. I'ma say it. I don't care. I hope they go bankrupt, bro. I unironically hope they go out of business. I'm so over these companies taking advantage of our wallet, bro. You want my money? Suck my balls and make a game that works. How about that? Is that too much to ask for, game developers? What makes it even cringier is all these white knights on Reddit like, oh, they're working hard. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I work hard for my money too, so unless the game's fixed, don't release it. It's not that complicated. Big thank you to Sony for removing them from the App Store, and yeah, hopefully they go bankrupt. I'm not kidding. On that note, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to press the like button. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought. Subscribe, turn on notifications. I'd really appreciate it. I'm just not a big fan of people taking advantage of y'all and your money, bro. You guys work hard for it. If you want more content, I do have a podcast called the Scuffed Cast. Link will be down below, along with the link to the intro song if you're interested. And if you're in the mood for merch, we do have some on the link down below. Other than that, last but certainly not least, if you become a member here on the channel, you get a shout out at the end of each and every video. So without further ado, big shout out to Nick, Moon, DJ Legend, Antog, Rogue, Michael, Way Too Psycho, Alex, Jackie Gold, QWERTY, Titanium Board, Philip Coleman, Arrow, Logan, Typical Panda, Master, Aaron, TNT, Pepe, William, Christian, Ender, Mackenzie, Geo, Kyle, Jellybean, Sam, Brony, Woofles, Potassium Prime, Benedicti, Mom, Man Madness, Brandon Groves, Slick Pickle, Kim, Dylan, Chungus, Tiny Proxy, Zorik, Dashy Boy, Unreal Decoys, Sebastian Hall, Bees, Johnny Dude, Cosmic Ramen, Candy Rose, Fabulously Terrifying, Chandler Lewis, Ryuki, and Sparky, and Why So Blurry. Thank you for being members. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.